The Conquistador Podcast was created for dreamers, entrepreneurs, and leaders who want to conquer their future. Here are Mauricio Garcia and Hubert Humphrey.
Hey, are you trying to grow your business by holding meetings? I'm sure you are. You're meeting with clients if you understand the principle of compressing time frames, collapsing activity, and just maximizing the time. You understand the power of doing meetings. And I'm going to bring to the stage here Hubert Humphrey, who is obviously, my friend, he's a mentor, Hall of Fame entrepreneur that knows a lot about meetings. As a matter of fact, he's always saying, hold the meeting, hold the meeting, hold the meeting. He'll tell us more about what he means by that. Hubert, how are you?
Right.
Are you going to hold meetings today?
We're holding a meeting right now by virtue of this podcast. There's a meeting going on.
Absolutely.
But we're going to jump here a little bit to what you do after the meeting. We've already talked about how you identify prospects and how you get prospects and overcome human nature and get them invited to your meeting, to your Zoom webinar, or you set an appointment, or wherever it is. We've talked about that on previous shows this week, and we talked about Mozone and things like that. So we know let's just say we got the meeting. So let's say you've been successful getting them to the meeting, and let's just say you've made a good presentation in the meeting. All right. But ultimately, it's what happens in the meeting after the meeting, which is a fancy way of saying the follow-up, the follow-through. It's like a golf swing. You can do everything right from the takeoff to the take back, to swing, to hitting the ball. But if you stop right there and didn't keep the swing going and the follow-through, or if you're a pitcher and you only threw and you stopped your arm, you didn't follow through, you don't get the velocity. It's the follow-through that makes all the other mechanics that you're doing be synchronized and leveraged properly. And so the meeting after the meeting is the key, and that's sort of what we're talking about here a little bit today, is that meeting after the meeting. And you, first of all, you've got to make sure that you prepare for that. You prepare for the follow up just like you prepared for the startup of the meeting and for the actual presentation. You like if you'd in our business, if you had invited somebody over to one of our offices or centers where they was going to have sort of what we call a BOP, a business opportunity presentation, business overview type of a deal, where we're going to have some the people that were invited come to this meeting. Well, it's great that somebody's presenting it and telling the story, and they got the Mozone and there's everything going on. It is what we do is we say, now that we're ending the meeting, we want you to get with the person that invited you here and their leader. And they've got some place here in the building, over here in that corner, that room, whatever it is, that you need to go in there now and and let them chat with you. Let's just see how you feel about what you've heard. What are your next steps that you want to take? Those types of things. And so you have to get that. You have to plan for that and make it organized. So make sure that it shouldn't be more than 5-10 minutes at the most. You don't have a meeting that takes 30-40 minutes, and then you have another 30-40 minute meeting. Now that don't mean that once you get through with it, some people are so excited they want to stay there and be around with you and talk and learn after everybody's gone. That's not what I'm talking. Hey, that's great. If you got a bunch of people that don't want to go home, that's good. But it shouldn't be because you're sitting there putting them in another meeting. It should be right to the point. It should be right after the meeting. You're finding out, are they interested in the opportunity, or are they interested in some of our concepts, or both, and you've got to find out how urgent they are. In fact, in the meeting after the meeting, to be the most successful, is that you got to take what I call the assumptive approach. You got to assume and act as if every prospect that came to the meeting is going to get in, is going to join. They want to be big. They want to max out the opportunity. They want to start right now, knowing that not every one of them are going to do that because of human nature. But you got to act as if you got to make them take steps to show you that they don't want to be that successful, that they don't want to go that way. And you got to save them from themselves. So in that follow-up, in that meeting after the meeting, it's a close. You're closing them, but you're not closing them with a hard sale close, making them do something that's not good for them. You're trying to help them get to the right decision and overcome the tendencies that human nature has to do it. And when you do it that way, you save more people than you could imagine from doing it. Left to their own devices, if you just make a good presentation and say, guys, the meeting's over with, so people to get with you later, and they all leave, your batting average goes way down. You've wasted everybody's time and energy. Why do that? Let's make sure there's continuity here. There's follow through. If somebody was worthy of being on your prospect list at the beginning, to be contacted, invited, attend a meeting, see a presentation, dadgummit, you need to finish it right. You don't need to screw it up at the end. So that's what the meeting after the meeting is all about.
Hey, well, thank you for helping me set up the stage here properly on what this is, because yes, I find that when we're done presenting and you come down and you actually start shaking hands and book appointments and just have just small conversations, answer a few little questions here and there, it brings the people together. After you've been up there presenting, it's like people now bond with you, and that little meeting after the meeting is really where you connect with them in such a strong way that and you're able to follow. Those that actually get up and leave at the moment, well, they're telling you right away they're not interested. That's fine. You focus on the ones that actually stayed and they're showing.
And Mauricio, one element now to expand on what you just said.
Yeah.
If it's just you and you're the chief cook and bottle washer, you do it all. You don't have any leaders under you. You've got to do what Mauricio just said. You got to be the one talking. You got to end, go chit chat a little bit, weed them out, get them over there, follow up with a set of appointments. But if you're a leader that has already developed a few leaders or a few new leaders who are starting to, and you're doing a meeting and 6 of your new guys have got people there in the meeting with you, and you've got 2 or 3 of them that are good enough to handle the meeting after the meeting. So John Doe is over this room with his 4 or 5, and Bill's over with this one, and Jose's over with his 4 or 5 or 6. And so it's not just you doing the meeting that's going to see them. You've got some sub-leaders that are going to go do the follow-up off of what they heard you or whoever the presenter was doing. So you're multiplying it. It's more than just one person only. And if you're the only leader you got right now, certainly you're going to do it, get through, and you're going to do the follow-up too, and you're going to do the shaking the hands and all those things. But if you're really growing, one person's going to make the presentation, but several leaders in the room are going to go and handle the follow-up properly.
Yeah, the meeting after the meeting. And I would end it with this, Hubert. Out of the million things people are going to actually learn from the system that we have here, the system that we cover a lot of topics, we extract a lot of these podcasts from this system. Things like this are going to make a big difference in whatever it is that you're building. But I want to first, before you continue building whatever it is that you're building right now, I want you to stop for a few minutes, and I want you to go to the HCIopportunity.com website, because I want you to hear what we refer as to the best opportunity in America today. I want you to see it, and I want you to give Hubert here the opportunity to make a case to you as to why getting involved in the financial industry under his leadership, utilizing a system that already built 2 multi-billion-dollar market cap companies, and they're doing it today faster in a much bigger way because we're leveraging social media and we're leveraging the power of the internet and other automation technology and a lot of different tools that we have made available to the people. Anyways, what I'm trying to say is go check out the opportunity. It is the best opportunity today because of many different reasons, and so that's what you'll learn in this video that you'll be able to see by going there again. One more time, HCIopportunity.com. With that being said, have a record weekend. Have a great weekend, and we'll see you on Monday in more of these episodes that pretend to add value to your life to make you help you become more successful. So, Hubert, have a great weekend to you too. As always, thank you for the value add. Thank you for sharing all those secrets that's made you very, very successful. And we'll see you on Monday. Have a great weekend.
All right. See you Monday.
Warning, this podcast may change the way you think about business, entrepreneurship, and money forever. The Conquistador Podcast was created for dreamers, entrepreneurs, and leaders who want to conquer their future. To be an epic entrepreneur, you must adopt the right mental paradigms as well as master the art of selling, marketing, and finance.